Kamosta there, guys. What is up? It is the Drax6 dude here, and today, well, this upcoming season, winter season, with the coronavirus, there's still probably going to be another new generation of consoles. Woohoo! As you can tell, I'm not really happy, to be honest. I get it. Everybody's gonna be like up in arms. Yeah, awesome, new consoles, right? I don't think so. All right, I'm gonna be extremely straight to the point here. It's been 7 years, up to the day when these are probably gonna be released. 7 years since this last console has been released, and roughly 7 years is the norm from console to console. Like the PS2 to the PS3 is only around 6 years. It's more like 6.5. It's closer to 7. And then from the PS3 to the PS4, I'm not going to count the Xboxes because I think those were a little bit closer. I believe the Xbox was released in 2005. Don't get me. Don't take this with a grain of salt. My biggest issue between the PS4 and the PS5 is there's not really going to be much innovation from console to console. Like from PS3 to the PS4, to be honest, I felt like there was more of I guess you could say a concrete increase of game quality. From the PS4 to the PS5, I just don't feel like there's going to be enough, especially considering the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X have they came out a couple years ago, and they were a little bit of an improvement. I feel like more of like an improvement in that aspect from PS4 to the PS5 is going to be what's going to happen. I don't know about crossplay or anything about those details, so I'm not going to act like I do. But to be honest, I feel like we need to say there's not going to be much of a difference between a PS5 and Xbox One 2 or an Xbox 2 or an Xbox Scarlet or whatever they're calling it now, the next gen Xbox. I mean, we already know it's going to be a PS5, but I wasn't really paying attention to the Xbox stuff. So if you're an Xbox fanboy, you can tell me in the comment section down below if you believe the next Xbox is going to be that Xbox. Okay? I don't know, alright? Or maybe they have confirmed it and I'm just not an Xbox fanboy, and that's fine. Alright? My issue with this next gen of consoles is there's not going to be enough of an innovation unless you're going to put in ray tracing, and to be honest, I don't know if I really want to play on the next console if it has, it does unless it has ray tracing. If it doesn't have ray tracing, what are you guys doing? You might as well be charging an arm and a leg because nobody will pay it anyway. Either way, I don't think there's going to be much of a difference from a gameplay perspective, but I also feel like there's not going to be a difference between the wars. I think PlayStation is going to win the war next generation as well as they did this one, because Xbox isn't changing from what it's doing right now. It hasn't changed since they were trying to implement the stupid streaming crap and adding in all the TV stuff, and it's cool if you're a family man. You definitely want to get your Xbox if you're a family man, but as a gamer, especially considering gaming is what we do on these consoles now, you really want to focus on the gamer itself. Maybe better sales, better products through their free stuff or through their PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live Gold. Something along those lines where that's where you're going to make a chunk of your cash. Especially considering PlayStation has not just more exclusives, better exclusives than Xbox. And before you say Forza and Halo, wrong. Just get yourself a PC and play it on there. Because you don't need to get a whole other Xbox, which you don't have to buy anyway, when you already got a PC, especially if it's a gaming PC and it's higher end. Why would you buy another console if you can just play Halo on PC. And if you're a controller player, just hook up a controller. I believe they have cross-platform on that too, so maybe you can just play with console players. I don't know. But the biggest issue between this console and next console is I encourage people not to pay for the console as soon as it's released. I'd say wait 6 to 8 months, because most of the games that are going to be released on this generation of consoles if you want to pay for and buy those at full price anyway. But the biggest issue between getting from this generation to next generation is there's always that game disparity. Like, you can always play every game that you have on the PlayStation 4 because you already put enough money into the console that you're able to have this many selection of games, while when you get a new console, you have nothing unless they, give you the ability to get a free version of the next game on the next gen console. And that's fine. People will have that ability. I think it should be, even if you have it on disc or on digital, just being able to put in the disc and then get the game for the next console. I think that would be great. And I'm sure, I don't think there is any concrete evidence for backwards compatibility, but it was a big talking point when they released the PS4 and Xbox One, especially considering Xbox actually did that better than PlayStation. So I'm thinking PlayStation is going to go after that. We're going to get some backwards compatibility for that console. We're probably going to get backwards compatibility for the Xbox One, Scarlet, 2, 720, I don't know. Whatever they're going to call this next console. It doesn't really matter in the end, because people are going to buy what they're going to buy. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are going to be like, I'm buying an Xbox console this next generation, no matter what PlayStation does. And I'm sure there's people on the other spectrum be like, I'm playing on a PlayStation, I will never buy an Xbox again, and vice versa, alright? I don't think this video even matters anyway, because, my opinion is probably more or less valuable than dirt. So tell me what you guys think here in the comment section down below. Please, 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 please watch the entire video before you comment. And I realized that you'd have to watch the entire video to hear that. So yeah, there's still gonna be people who comment like, PlayStation sucks, Xbox rules, or Xbox sucks, PlayStation rules. And that's just that's just how it's going to be. I can't tell them any different. They know what they're talking about. They are smart. Everybody out there is smart. They're not sheep at all. Tell me what you guys think here in the comment section down below. And I hopefully will see you in the next one. Talk to you later.